EDI still come.
Okay. Thank you. Mọi người vẫn nghe rõ đúng không? Anh Thuần với cả Long.
Rõ.
Ok, bây giờ anh sẽ giới thiệu, anh Pan anh giới thiệu về Evoqua nhé. Mọi người nghe có chỗ nào chưa hiểu thì có thể nhờ bạn Thường bạn dịch thêm cho. Với cả là khi mình đặt câu hỏi nhá. Ở đây có cái khung chat này thì mọi người có thể đặt cái câu hỏi vào đấy. Ok.
You know, then sometimes if the silent teaching, you know, I can sell you PHAN, I can sell you EDI all one package. Then the EDI still come to Chris. Yeah. Okay, if you want to buy PHAN from them, you can just buy from them separately. Okay, but the EDI is from Chris. Chris is the factory. Yeah. Okay.
Can you hear us? Can you say
Alright, so EDI, you know, is you know, there's the same kind, you know, as the one that you buy from Veolia, okay. But then, as you know, for Veolia, it's from Suez, okay. And what they have is only the medium size, okay. So whatever Veolia has, and for us, we also have, okay. And then. But what Veolia doesn't have is those big ones in Samsung.
VNX.
VNX. No, Veolia no. Yes. Okay. So Veolia no. We only have the, you know, the small. Yeah, the small.
Maximum product operate around 7.
Mấy lần bảo anh Pan bật mic.
Low volume. Click and turn on the micro.
Ở ngoài Google ấy.
Okay. Like this. All right. So that is what Veolia doesn't have. You know, that is also the disadvantage of the modules. And what they have and what we have is what we call as the standard models. That is the standard performance. They don't have the high-end ones. Where our VNX, that is the high-end model. Okay, that is what Samsung is using in Korea, but not in the overseas. All right. So in EDI, for most of the time, it's used in, you know, that is in a makeup loop. In pre-treatment, there's activated carbon, there's multimedia filter. You know, there's sometimes there's UF that they put in pre-treatment, and then after that it goes into the makeup loop where there is the RO, there's UVTOC. Sometimes there's a liquid cell, and then afterwards it goes into the EDI, and then it goes into a tank. Okay, after the tank, the water quality is already very good, where they store it under some nitrogen and keep the water quality to be really, really good. And then afterwards it goes into the polishing loop, where most of them will use all those non-regen resins. You know, in a lot of places they use that is the DuPont down, you know, that's 60-40, and right now that is a 60-60. All right, and then afterwards it goes into the point of use. Okay. So we also have our own version, you know, of the UV. There is another salesman, there's Chris, that is part of, you know, that is part of our team. Also have a specialized person who sell on our UV. Yes, okay, and then his colleague in Singapore, his our friends, they also have, you know, it's always a tech team. There's always the sales, there's always the technical support to try to help to do the design. That is before and after the sale. Right?
To buy the distributor in
I'm not sure. Can link you up?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. All right. So microelectronics is very big. Okay. In Hanoi is in Vietnam. I think Hanoi is the biggest. Okay. It's because the Samsung and LG is like foreign investors, and they chose and put in Hanoi instead of in Ho Chi Minh. So there's a lot of modules, a lot of VNX in those plants. Okay. What bad thing is always the original factory, and the first factory always must come in from Korea, and then they bring in the Korean contractors and build the plant. Okay. But then for after service, after 5 years, where they are going to have the replacement, okay, still they will try to use the relationship, and they will try and buy from Korea. Okay, but we want the locals to look after all of the locals, where if you speak to them in your local language, you can help them better. Okay, that is what we want to do. Okay, original factory always is from Korea, but then for the after service, we want you to do the replacement. If they want to have some expansion project, if you can do it, then that is good too. Alright, everyone is going all chemical free. In before is RO mixed bit. Alright, for RO membrane, you already know it's very chemical free. There's like once a year cleaning. It can last you about 3 years. I want to ask you, for RO membrane here, if you go into the user, so how long it's gonna last? If you use, if you use the DuPont membrane, if you replace RO membrane, so how long it's gonna run? Yeah. What is the lifespan of RO membrane here? If you see
5 to 7 years.
5 to 7 years. Okay. 5 to 7 years. Is that long?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. I thought for RO membrane is about 3 to 5 years only.
Normally around 3 to 5.
So it can last 7 years?
Cái thời gian sử dụng tuổi thọ trong Samsung trong 3 năm một lần. 3 years standard for Samsung.
Yeah,
usually like
it should be around there. I think 7 years. DuPont doesn't like it. Alright. So now a lot of people, they change from RO into EDI because chemical free. Okay, I don't have to explain a lot on the things. For EDI, there's the water, there is the water equipment, okay, that will remove ions in the water. Okay, it's different technology from RO membrane. RO membrane is like a filter paper. I have a high pressure pump.
sorry. When you finish some what's left is the moment micro can be translated to other.
Okay, there is no problem. So RO and EDI is different technology. Okay, for RO it's like a filter paper. There's like coffee, and then I have high pressure pump. I pump water through. For EDI, no. For EDI, it's just if there is anything that is charged, then it's gonna pull out. There is like salt, NaCl, Na plus, Cl minus. There is a table salt, that is for cooking. Alright? So the chemical formula is Na, there's sodium chloride, Na plus, Cl minus. Okay? So if anything that's charged, then it will remove. If anything that's not charged, that meaning that it's like bacteria, or like particles, or like gases. There's like O2 gas, or like Okay, it will not remove. Alright.
Cái là bản đồ đấy thì là thêm bơi biết trong cái này phải bỏ quan đến năng suất liên quan đến ion đa cộng thì sẽ là chỉ đa cộng cái liên quan đại khái ion còn cái phần vi khuẩn là cái gì họ không rõ ràng.
Nhưng mà ở đây ý của anh là khi VI này cái mình không nên sử dụng về cao, cao không cần dùng luôn, có nghĩa là cái TDS ở trong nước của mình khi mà qua đây là gần như là số không cần phải vào mình sẽ bỏ qua cái câu đó.
Đúng rồi, thì O thì nó phải lọc cái bơm như thế, còn bơm thì còn VI thì thêm những cái kiểu bơm như thế.
Okay, so it's a different technology. Alright, so let's say if I have a cup of water, for RO technology I pour out the water. For EDI I pour out the salt. Okay, so it makes use of a DC current and there's some resin inside to clean the module, that is to clean the water itself. Okay, in the EDI module there is membranes too. Okay, and we call it the same. You know, there's like the RO membrane. This one is called you know as the EDI membrane. Okay, but there's still membrane, but it's different. So this one water it doesn't pass through. Only ions it pass through. Anything that's charged, it can go through. So this one is made from resin. Okay, it's made from resin. So there are two kinds. There's one cation membrane. There's one more anion membrane. Okay, cation membrane only allow cation to pass through. Cation is things like sodium, the calcium, or magnesium. Okay, anything that has a plus sign, Na plus, Ca plus, that's Mg2 plus. And then all of the anion is like those that has a minus sign. There's chloride, Cl minus, SO4 2 minus, CO3 2 minus. You know, there's a carbonate. So only allow certain things to pass through. Alright, and then the salt will pass through. It will be put into the reject stream. Alright, and what you see here is a process what we call electrodialysis. Okay, that is one of the starting technology that's gonna form the EDI. Inside, there's no resin. It's only a cathode, and there's a plus and a minus. There is like battery. Plus and a minus. I connect it into a DC power. Alright, it runs on DC current. Alright, so you know there is a plus and a minus, and and for the current it will flow through the module and pull out all of the ions into the reject stream.
Là cái màng, nhưng mà hai cái màng khác nhau. Cái màng bình thường thì là nó ngăn chủ yếu là những cái phần, nhưng mà màng này là nó cực yêu, cái dương ở cực dương thì ví dụ là như thế tô bún hay chiều thì nó hút cái dọn ra.
Xung quanh một câu là đối với cái chất lượng nước của các ngành khác nhau, ví dụ như là thực phẩm, hay là bán dẫn, thì chất lượng nước đầu vào đang có yêu cầu khác nhau, và nếu như không sử dụng RO thì cái chất lượng nước đầu ra nó có khác biệt nhiều không khi mà qua EDI, hoặc là những cái chất lượng nước đầu ra vào của nhà máy là nó khác nhau, vượt qua các hệ thống lọc khác nhau, thì chất lượng nước đầu ra liệu có đảm bảo không nếu như không sử dụng RO? Đó là liệu cái tỷ lệ xử lý cái kim loại này nó có đạt được như nhau không? Chú hiểu như anh.
Any questions? Yes, answer.
What the inlet ED for pharma industry electric is inlet different outlet no.
We can keep quality in outlet.
Yes, okay, I'll come to that a bit later. Okay, but this one is the ED. Okay, it's mainly for brackish water for some seawater. Because if you know if you take the water that's from the sea, the high TDS, okay, there's many salt inside. Okay, so in the water there's many salt and seawater. So current can pass through very easily. Alright, that's because there's many salt. But for the EDI that is used in microelectronic, come from a 2-pass RO. So 2-pass RO is less than 10 microsiemens. So the water is cleaner. Okay. So how the current flow through the module has to depend on the ions and try to carry the current. But if the water is very clean, if this water is DI water, okay, it's a very clean water, then there is a lot of resistance. There's nothing to carry the current through. So in the EDI module, we put in resin. So resin very conductive. Okay, it will help to pull the current through, and the voltage is lower and power consumption is lower. That's because the feed water comes from a 2-pass RO. Okay, we always recommend 2-pass RO for our EDI. And then there is always resin inside. There is a bit like a mixed bit. Okay.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I think I must to confirm about that because after the RO, activity about below 5 microfarads, and after that we go out the EDI system and productivity go over 5 microfarads, right?
After the EDI, the quality will become better. So if you see the video here, you see this? The water coming from the RO.
Okay, I understand why EDI needs RO permit.
Yeah.
Permit.
Yes.
Okay, let me explain của mình. Cái chỗ này người ta yêu cầu cái đầu vào của EDI tại sao nó phải là nước sau là ôm? Tại vì bản chất cái module EDI này bên trong nó có hàm lượng trao đổi, và cái hàm lượng trao đổi thì nó chỉ trao đổi được cái hàm lượng ion nhất định. Nên là nếu cái lượng ion nó nhiều quá, không phải nước qua RO mà là nước bình thường cái CT ấy, thì cái lượng ion nó quá nhiều thì khi đi vào hạt nhựa là nó sẽ không thể nào mà tách được, thì dẫn tới là toàn bộ cái module này nó bị cô điều hòa, nó không thể nào mà làm sạch hết ion được, dẫn tới câu chuyện là EDI khi chúng ta đọc cái spec nó sẽ yêu cầu cái đầu vào cái độ dẫn điện nhỏ hơn bao nhiêu đó. Thông thường một cái hãng như Evoqua hay là Evoqua nó sẽ yêu cầu độ dẫn điện nhỏ hơn khoảng 60, còn mua cái đồ ở China thì thường là sẽ nhỏ hơn khoảng 20 và maximum là khoảng 40 microsiemens. Thì đó chính là cái điểm khác nhau do người ta bố trí cái điện cực, đưa cái hạt nhựa chất lượng cao vào thì cái đầu vào nó sẽ tốt hơn. Long và anh Thuần nghe rõ không?
Ok.
Anh nha, nghe rõ.
Yeah, so in the EDI it's like there's resin, so it's like mixed bit. So when you pass the 2-pass RO through, after some time the quality will go down. After some time, that's because mixed bit, right? The special thing on the EDI, because it run on electricity, it's on DC current. Okay, so this one is like mixed bit. So when you pass water through and the quality it go down, but same time inside there's water, H2O. Okay, so water, the chemical formula is H2O. And then when you have current passing through, the H2O it's gonna split H plus OH minus. Okay, so these two things is like the acid and the caustic. So if you use mixed bait, if you run water through, the quality it go down, and then afterwards you have to use the real chemical, the acid and the caustic, and regenerate the resin. Okay, but in the EDI module, the acid and the caustic is formed by the H2O. So when you run the water through the EDI, the quality go down, but at the same time also regenerate at the same time. Go down and it go up, so there is an equilibrium where water quality always consistent and good. But mixed bait, there's always a one run and one standby, where you need to use chemicals, the real one, and do the chemical regeneration.
cái là khi mà ông dùng cái hãng và dùng cái hãng feedback thì là phải có dùng thêm cả acid và sơ mình xử lý đấy thì là CHIA thì sẽ rất được cái là khi mà cái chất lượng nước của trâu ra là ổn định, nó tinh khiết hơn đấy, thì theo việc là cái phần cái chi phí cho những cái phần hóa chất
giảm đi chứ không phải
giảm đi.
Okay, all good. All right. So if you buy the resin from DuPont down, that is normal resin, there's high grade resin. Also the same thing in the EDI. There's normal module, there's high grade module. Yeah. So the Suez module and the iron pure module, we have there is a standard one. Okay. Yeah. But why we are so special? Because we have the high end one. That's because in the module we use the high end module. Okay. We will use the high end resin. Yeah. So this is the breakdown. How it look like. I show you more pictures of how the EDI looks like on the inside. So if you see here, there's three. There's a reject, product, and a reject. You see my module? Because the EDI run 90% recovery. Yeah. So about 10% is in the reject. So here's the reject. It's the product. Yeah. That's because there's more water. And reject, product, reject, product, reject, product. That's why, you know, and then if you want more of the flow rate, it go into the bigger one. Okay, the reject, product, you can see here. Right. Okay.
Layer by layer.
No, that's piece by piece. Okay. Yes. So inside there's a resin. It's like this. All right. And you can see here is the spacer. Here is the resin. Right. And the water flow from the top down into the fourth cell and come into one. This is the distributor. If flow in, it will go into all the four.
Yeah.
Right. That is what you know. That is what the others can show you. So this one is the VNX module. Put inside the FRP housing. So this one is for cosmetic. That's because we can't make this one and sell it. No, it doesn't look nice. So what we have to do is to put into the housing.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you can install it at the job site. Alright. Then when we make the module, we have to. It's like a heat exchanger. You know, you come into. There's a machine. There's a piston. That will press. Yeah. Because the spacer has O-ring. You see? There is many of the O-rings here.
Yeah.
Okay. So when the water is flow through, we don't want the water and come up. That's why there's many O-ring. We bring into what we call as a bench press.
Yeah.
Where we press it down.
Yeah.
There's a tie rod, and it's like heat exchanger that clicks. And then at the end, we will use all of the bolts and nuts, and we tighten it up. Okay. So when we make it's like this. Okay, done. After that, then we will turn it. Right. So there's some modules is you know, it's a very big module. Okay, and we try to make it. It's a big machine. So it's made piece by piece. If you come to the factory in Singapore, Chris can show you. And then afterwards it's done, then it will lower down.
Yeah.
Okay. So this one is manufacturing. After this is done, go for the quality control, where you need to test the performance of the module. We need to test for leak free. So once that is done, then the module say good, okay, then it can be sent out to you. Every module will come with a certificate. All right. Every module will come with a certificate. If you buy 10 modules, means you have 10 pieces of this, or what we do, pressure test, this test, that test, you know, the module is halal, which we will take this, give to the user, that this module is tested, pass quality control. All good? Okay? So a lot over here in Hanoi, only to Samsung in Bang Mi and LG in Haiphong. Okay. All right. So all 2 pass arrow.
Yeah.
All 2 pass arrow. Vietnam. This one is in LG.
Yeah.
Okay. All of it by Korean skips. Alright, so one piece is about 12.5 cubic meter. So there's many skid. So 12.5 times 5 is around much 75? Yeah, it's around maybe 60. Yes. Yeah. So one train is 60. And then they have there is many trains. That's the same thing as if you design on our system, train A, train B, train C. For EDI also by train. Okay? So all of this is done by the Koreans. Okay? Any questions you have on the pictures you see? Is there anything else that you want to see? You know, there's First Solar in Ho Chi Minh. First Solar is a German company, so they also expand in Asia. There's First Solar in Vietnam. There's First Solar in Malaysia. Yes. Okay, and then of course there's many of the solar plant. It's like the ET Solar or like the JA Solar.
I know many some solar company in Vietnam they use many EDI.
Yes, it's from China.
Some urea, but they buy from China.
So do you talk to the user over there, and you can you try to offer them and buy from us here?
We find many ways to approach the solar company in Vietnam, but very difficult.
So why is it very difficult? That is because the solar plant over here, that is by the Chinese.
Yeah.
But the operator and the manager and the purchasing is all Vietnamese, right?
No. Sometimes for this company, everything need to approve from the top manager. He's the Chinese guy. So they have private bidding gate.
Okay.
So if you want to sell, you need to vendor code. So how we can get vendor code? Because we need to sell some other product.
Yeah. So we want you to step in.
Say the Samsung. How we can get the vendor code? We need to sell something.
So the problem is the vendor code, or is it the price?
The first is the vendor code, and another reason they want to buy from China.
Yeah, but
maybe right, maybe they have another China company. Yeah.
But you can give them the local support.
They don't need.
Oh, they don't need?
Yeah. They only need to buy the module and like they don't need any required service support.
Okay, so you got to try harder. You got to try harder. Okay. So you know, this is roughly what it is. Okay. Any other questions before I try to jump in a bit quickly?
Mọi người có câu hỏi nào không? Long với Thuần có câu hỏi gì không? Không có
Đấy là mình
Tuân đang bận rồi.
anh nghe có nghe anh
Có thấy ai là gì?
That's because I know that you bought some modules from Chris and you have to install them, so you need to learn how to install it.
Yeah.
We have the manual, but it's only in English, so I will briefly teach you how to install it. So this is the piping for the IOPURE brand. We are simpler than the Suez. Suez 2 in, 3 out. Okay, because
distinguish between two
for the IOPURE one, the inlet is always at the top.
on top.
Yes, top. Okay. For Suez, it's counter current. Go up, and then that's counter current.
Yeah.
But for IOPURE, it's cold current. Top in, bottom up. Okay. So if you go into a job site, if you do not know anything, okay, all you have to know the inlet is always at the top. Outlet is at the bottom. So here is from 2 pass RO. Okay, there's a bit of a water. There's about 10 to 12% goes into the concentrate. Okay, to go and draw in the salt. So if your 2 pass RO is around 10 microsiemens. If you run it around 90% recovery, concentration factor 10 times. So if here is 10 microsiemens, over here it will be 50 to 100 microsiemens. That's because all of the salt. Okay, understand EDI only pour out salt. Okay, there's no water transfer. If here is 500, if here is 500 liters per hour, here also 500 liters per hour. No water transfer. Only the iron smoke. There is only a bit, and then at the outlet sides, it just go out. So flow meter, you don't have to install here and here. That's because it's the same flow rate. Okay, and then for the product, here and here is the same flow. Okay, but that is how most people will install this the same style as RO. In RO, you have conductivity meter, you have pressure gauge, you have flow meter. Same thing, same. But then for EDI, there is one more thing. There is the current. There's a current, there's a voltage, there is a resistance. There is one more thing for you to monitor. Okay, that's because for EDI, it runs on electricity. So when you run the module, only two things. Okay? It's the recovery. You set the recovery. That's by this valve.
Yeah.
Okay? So if I close, it means I force the water up here. So I will make it. Yes, correct. I close. Okay. If I open, it means more of the water it comes here. Okay. So recovery you cannot set too high. It's very, very important. It's around 90%. Okay. If the user if they are not sure, they close until the flow rate is very, very low. Okay, what's gonna happen? It's gonna happen the scaling. So all you have to do is to imagine. If I close, then it's less water. It's like coffee. I have only a little bit of the coffee. Okay, but then there is many salt. There is many of the sugar. So it doesn't dissolve anymore. Okay. If it doesn't dissolve, it will come out as scaling. So the purpose of the water in the concentrate is to dissolve on everything. Okay, so it comes out so that it can start to come out from the module. If water too little, you will have Scaling look like this. All this is calcium carbonate. There are too many already, but only a little bit of water. It cannot dissolve. So it will come out in the module. So it's very important to have there is some of the water in the concentrate. Got it?
Ý là nếu mà khi mà ông muốn giảm cái lượng lưu lượng lâu thì nó lớn thì độ xuất nhiệt nó sẽ không được đảm bảo nó sẽ xuất nhiệt. Nếu mà khi có cái muốn mình muốn cái độ xuất nhiệt độ dài thì thiết là cái lưu lượng nó sẽ không ảnh hưởng.
Rồi anh hiểu. Thế thì câu chuyện đây nó sẽ ảnh hưởng đến câu chuyện là áp đầu vào.
Áp là yêu cầu 2 cân.
Thì ở đây khi mà cái áp suất nó thấp thì cái chất lượng nước đầu ra thì nó sẽ đảm bảo hơn. Cái áp cao và tạo dòng lớn thì chất lượng nước không xử lý triệt để thời gian nào. Tạo áp lớn thì cái dòng lớn.
Em nói thật là em không nắm được hết cái phần này vào
về ông đổ thêm cái làm đẹp vào thì em
Đại khái là kiểu nó bị pha tinh đường nhiều đường đúng không?
thì đấy nó chỉ có hai cái đấy thì nó là song song với nhau được.
Okay, all very clear. Always good to have a bit more. The recovery 80 to 90% is okay. Okay,
80 to 90%.
It's fine. That's because if you have more water, there's more dissolve, and the water can bring out of the module. Okay, so when you run the module, this is the first thing. You close, you get the recovery. Second thing, you need to set that is the pressure of the system. So product pressure must only be a little bit higher than the region, a little bit higher. So if here is 50 psi, here it must be 45. If here is 35, here must be 30. If here is 20, here it must be 15. So you need to set a bit of a back pressure. That's because in normal time the concentrate it go to drain. Go to drain means it's atmospheric, it's zero pressure. Okay? So you need to set a bit of a back pressure by this valve. You close, there is some back pressure. You open, it's going to release the pressure. Right? Does it make sense?
Trao đổi với anh là cần một cái bản tính giá trị giữa cái áp suất đầu vào, lưu lượng đầu vào sẽ ảnh hưởng đến đầu ra, chất lượng đầu ra như thế nào đối với nước của nước Edi.
You want to know Evoqua has THUient the flow rate input and quality output.
On the quality.
Yes.
Quality alright. If you pressure and flow,
Maybe in the
Party Pro.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So for this software, it's online, free to register. Okay, but only can use company email. Alright. So when you sign up, when you sign up, then I will have to approve. Alright. If you use Hotmail or like Gmail, everything is all blocked. You can see a lot of all these things on Yahoo. Everything we don't know. Okay, you have to use your company email.
So it's free.
It's free. Okay. It can be used. Alright. So there is a software where you put in the number and then it goes into the module selection that's on the quantity of the module and this and that, then it will get you the result. Okay, it will show you the mass balance, what is the flow, this and that. So it's free to register, and then it will come to me, I will approve. Okay. All right. So for this one, okay, it's very clear. Okay, there's two things. 1 and 2. All right. So you have to understand this. Okay. So this valve is to add some back pressure. If you close, what happens into this flow rate? It drop, right? Drop means that the recovery it go up. That is not good. So you close. There's some back pressure. This flow rate it go down. So here you have open. Alright. So all you have to do is to play with these two bars. Okay. So while you are trying to adjust all of the flow and the pressure, there's no power. So my EDI is a mixed pit. Okay. So you have to do it. That is in 20 minutes in 1 hour. Once you get 1 and 2, it means done. Then you on the power. So when you on the power, it will regenerate. Okay, it will bring up on the quality, and you tell the user, you show the user, okay, this is the performance of the module. Are you happy? Okay, if it's happy, then he can use the water. So it's very simple. Only 2 things that you need to do. All right.
Y thì là flow này đầu số hiển vì cái điều đấy mình xem tính luôn đấy không có một cái có thể
đương nhiên ở đây câu chuyện anh đang từ nếu anh cho khách hàng khác nhau thì người ta sẽ yêu cầu cái kết quả đầu ra. Thế thì mình sẽ phải điều chỉnh cái thông số đầu vào. Thì ở đây là thông số đầu vào sẽ có người sử dụng hoặc có người sử dụng trực tiếp nước CT mà nước làm cái hiểu. Thì đương nhiên là mình phải điều chỉnh lại cái kết quả đầu vào.
So what I say is just put into these 2 lines. In 90% recovery and the pressure difference. And very important thing that you need to do for the LX module is you need to tighten it. Okay, that is because when Chris quote to you, it's X work, Singapore. Okay, and you need to call your forwarder and go and pick up it. Okay, at the point where it's at the factory, that is done. That's for you and try to go and do the pickup. Okay, is that the module is tested, is good performance, leak free. And when your take the goods and send to Vietnam, there's some time. It could be 2 months, 3 months. So there could be some movement. So maybe some of the bolts and nuts it can come loose. I do not know. Okay, so in the manual we always say before you run the module, you need to check the torque. That is around. All is around is 25 foot-pounds. You have to use a torque wrench and make sure that it's all tight. Alright? The reason is very simple. Okay? The reason is very, very simple.
Trong quá trình vận chuyển thì Covid nó không chắc chắn được là 100% là như nào trước khi vận hành về
xem lại
kiểm tra lại số của nó.
So the water is only in the resin portion. Here there is no water. Okay, but when the pressure it go in, it will try to come out. So if the module is a bit loose, then it try and push out the water. Then if the resin come onto the O-ring and leak, and then if you try to tighten again, there is resin on the O-ring and you try to tighten, it doesn't work. Okay, that is because the resin is already on the O-ring. So always have to make sure before you run, tighten it, and then you run. Okay, so I think this one is very, very clear. I think that's about it. I teach you how to commission the module 1 and 2, and you have to tighten. I think he understand. A very smart guy. Okay. Yes. Okay. And then of course, if you have the job, okay, if you try to install for the customer, okay, I am always available. That's by WhatsApp. Okay. So we always have a checklist. If your team is not sure, I'm not sure if this is done correctly or wrong. Okay. All right. Always you can fill in on the checklist. Okay. It's been lagging. Okay. You know there is a checklist where let's try the PDF. Okay. Where there's a pressure, flow rate, and everything that you try to fill in. You can WhatsApp me. I see the number. I know if you do a correct job or a wrong job, and then I can guide him right from there. Okay. I don't have to fly over here. I see the number. I will know if everything is okay or not okay. Okay. So if you need help, you know, you can feel free to text me. Okay. Okay. I have WhatsApp. I have Line. I have WeChat. I have everything. Yes. Okay. So it's only a few things.
So many.
So there's only flow, pressure, and voltage, current, and quality. Yeah. All right. So we start from here. You know, in your replacement job, hopefully that you do good. So what I teach you is also the same as for Suez module. Okay. So that is what we do. You know, and Chris sell you the module, and we give you the technical support, and we give you the 24-hour. If you want to text us, we will answer. That is how we keep the relationship that is going. You know, if you sell something, we have to give you support. If you don't give the support, then no, then it's not good. Okay, that is one good thing where we do, and I think Suez, they don't really do so much. All right, and then for me, you know, I have a lot of pictures of how all of the rest of the world is installing all of the EDI. I work, I think 5 times longer than Chris. And then Chris 3 years. I work for 17 years already. Yes. Okay. So all of the, you know, all of the plants over here, you know, all of the EDI, all of this, how other people install it, you know, I have pictures. So I want you to start from replacing modules. If you are good enough, okay, and if you want to, you can always try to design skid system and sell the whole package to the user. So that is, you know, that is the goal I want to try to work you on. I can show you a very simple one. Okay. So let's say if you sell in you know, I've got one in Singapore. Here. Okay. This one is very, very simple. Very simple skid system. Tank. Cartridge filter. EDI feed. There's a T off. So a portion of it, there's a flow meter, and it goes into top down. Okay, top down. Okay, all split into 3, and then for the main pipe, it goes into the top down. Here is the CIP port. If they want to do CIP, I close the valve. Close. I put in the chemical here, then it go in, you know, into all of the module, and the product come from the bottom. You can see here. Come from like the bottom. Here is the product flow meter. You can see. See here. All right. Okay. All right. Just to also let you know, for LX modules, we have 2 junction boxes. You see one? There is one here. There's also one on the back side. Okay. So when you wire on the DC power, okay, you choose only one box. Okay, and normally how they wire it is they always wire onto the side that is not the plumbing. Okay, so like over here there is no piping, so for both of them it's going to wire here. So my box is water resistant and not waterproof.
Yeah.
Okay. For example, you know, if you try a wire here, if a piping here, you know, if you didn't do properly, you know, leak. Okay, then it may come in. Okay, so it's also not good. So as a good practice on the other side. Okay, choose only one.
You can share the document slide or something.
Yes, I can try. I will send you. I think I will send you on this presentation slide.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I want some document or slide comparison technical and try to the same with the equivalent product line in the same segment such as the train.
You have the price. Right.
Yes.
The price you can share that I will. Recently you asked for two Alex 30, right? Alex. Yeah. You have urgent request now. Yes, but because our long time so long, so they buy
Very slow.
Korea.
My laptop is
Many customers they buy from Korea because the price so lower, the discount is better at the time. Sometimes they keep stock. Yeah.
Yes.
That's why I asked you about distributor because we calculate about the cost about the for the stock. Yes. But 200,000 together maybe 100 or 100. Oh,
Very slow. It's fine. All right.
Comment in the talk chat. As a colleague in your online same they want to question from the line talk chat.
No. Okay. So we will usually run EDI at around 90% recovery. Yes. Okay. Can we adjust EDI recovery based on the quality? No. So recovery and performance are two different things. Okay. The quality of the water, how good it runs. 10 mega ohm, 12, 13, and 14 and 15 all depend on the pre-treatment. Okay. So there's sometimes where if you talk to the user, hey, you know, I see the EDI that is quite old. You know, it's already 4 years or 5 years. Okay. You also have to check on the RO system. That's because if the RO is lousy, if you change the EDI, no, it's not gonna work. Okay. And for the best combination is if you can convince on the user, say, okay, I change for you the RO membrane, change for you the EDI.
Yeah.
Everything new. Okay, there's one set. Then I can be sure that the EDI it will run for very long. Okay, so that one is the best way. Okay, all is very depending on the field. Okay, the recovery is on the scaling. Alright, that is on the scaling part.
So how long we need to so to customer they need to reflect.
Okay, it's also about the same time as the RO membrane. It's about 3 to 5 years. Okay, but most important is the resistivity. For RO, there is a conductivity meter. Okay, for EDI, there is a resistivity meter. Okay, for RO system, how can you check if the membrane is good or no good? That is by the salt rejection. Okay, so if you see that the salt rejection starts to go down, then it's time to propose. Okay, can you try and do some CIP cleaning on the RO? Okay, or you know, or if the membrane is already 4 years old, then you say you change the whole thing. Yeah, that is always the best. That's because if you change only the EDI, no, that is because feed water is still very low. Okay. Yeah, I think that's about it. That is good. Chris and I will always come to Vietnam.
Yeah.
I think he came here last year, but last year I was at Samsung. Okay, so I didn't come here. Yeah, but we were both in Hanoi. Yeah, so I think this trip, in this trip I have the time. Like we were at Haiphong on Monday, and then that is all. So there is time for us to come over here.
Yeah. So this time we visit Samsung.
No, in Haiphong is
LG.
the whole town is LG. Yes, I've not been there for 6-7 years. Also very big, a lot. I think 30, 40, I think 50 VNS. All they never do cleaning.
Yeah.
Never do cleaning. They use, throw. They use, they throw. It's because they spend the money on the pre-treatment.
Mostly the customers they don't do CAP.
That is because they spend the money on the pre-treatment. If the pre-treatment is good,
yeah,
my EDI is going to be good.
Yeah.
If the pre-treatment is lousy, my EDI or Suez EDI is going to be lousy.
Yeah.
So I think that's about it. So hopefully we can come again. We definitely want to see more of the business.
Okay.
That's from you.
Yeah.
And you don't worry on technical. Okay, I don't need to come here and see. All I have to see, I see drawing, I see the numbers. I will know what is going on.
Okay.
Okay.
This Hyosung plant is what do they do?
Hyosung?
Yeah, the one that you purchase the VNX 55EP and the 45Z is going to Hyosung, right?
Yes.
What do they do there? What do they produce?
What do they manufacture there?
I think Hyosung in have the 2 or 3 factories in Vietnam. They product with chemical, electronic, maybe semiconductor.
Okay.
Yes. And some plastic.
So they are vendor of Samsung.
Yes. Now we have vendor in Samsung.
No, they are the vendor for Samsung.
We have vendor in Hyosung. When we sell the Evoqua to Samsung or to Batio vendor in Samsung. Yes.
Last year also we talked about this whistle. Whistle we keep asking.
Whistle have Evoqua.
But last year I think I quoted you the VNX, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The project is no longer ongoing.
This project we have two suppliers. We have two partners. The first Samsung from Korea. So they asked me about this model. So now the project we saw they delay. Maybe I think they will cancel for this year. Yeah.
Okay. I think that's about it. It's good enough. I don't want to talk so much. Okay, it's because there are too many things. Okay? Yeah. So as long as he knows how to run the module,
yeah,
I'm very happy.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much.